everyone, and last we left off, we were coming over here, actually, and so let's start off by turning to this quest and getting a new level up. Looks like we'll let anyone into the Dark Order these days. When I was given the gift, things were different. Much different. As to this courier, we haven't got a damned clue about when or where this courier is supposed to show up. None of these humans had to answer either. I did manage to beat something useful out of the last one inside Scarlet Hold. They kept a schedule of all patrol routes. I want you to break into the hold and steal the schedule. The hold is the largest building in New Avalon, northeast of here. Thessarian, he's one of my favorite characters. Breaking through the Scarlet lines was no easy task. We suffered many casualties during the assault, and lost one of our best Death Knights, Kultira Deathweaver. I don't know whether he's dead or alive, but I'll be damned if we don't search for him. I last saw him being bound in irons, and dragged away to the Scarlet Hold northeast of here. Tear that keep asunder, Death Knight. Find Kultira. So let me just control 1. I spend fortitude. Wait, that goes there. That do strength increase. What does that do? Let's see what that does. Pioneer rune about. Yeah, that's like right there, guy. Icebound Fortitude, what does that do? Your blood freezes, granting immunity to stun effects, reducing all damage you take by 20% for 8 seconds. That's pretty good. So let's... Okay, let's get that talent. 57. Falling Blast and Frost Fever deal 20% increased damage. Consuming the Killing Machine effect has a 50% chance to gain 1 rune. And Blow the Horn of Winter. I'm gonna go with Murderous Efficiency. Let's head over here and inside of this keep. Okay. So, Kultira is actually downstairs. I'm sorry for that cut. My sister walked in to talk to me. Let's continue. So we are trying to find the patrol schedule first. But this way. It's probably up here at the very top. I already have that. Yeah, there it is. So let's get that. Come down here to Kultira. He is just over here. And I actually had some trouble finding this place when I first started. I ran right by it. It's just through here. Gonna kill this one guy. You were foolish in coming after me. I failed. I should have been left for dead. Now 2 of us might be killed. We are Death Knights of the Scourge. This flies in the face of the Dark Brotherhood's covenants. Saurian, you blasted fool. The alarms have been sounded. The High Inquisitor and his acolytes will be here soon. I'm too badly injured to be of much use, but I'll do what little I can to help. Slay the High Inquisitor and his cronies, tear off his head, and return with it to Thessarion. Vengeance will soothe his savage soul. One more thing, Edgerthor. If you do manage to survive and make it back to Thessarion, tell him they're executing prisoners at the chapel. Perhaps he'll send you there to play the hero once more.
We do what the living cannot.
Damn the crusade. I think my ribs are broken, and I might be bleeding internally. I'll need to get my rune blade and armor, just need a little more time. This is a nice combination. The anti-magic shell and the remorseless winter.
I can't attack that target.
There, those are good. And now for the High Inquisitor. Soon. After this one. Come on. There he is. There. Let's pick up his head. Get out of here. Got a bug. Okay, now that I have that all set up, let's go back here. To the tavern. Okay, Orbox blood thing. To hold apart, the schedule is there. Orbox, let's use the schedule. These worthless cretins have been busy. Northern patrol routes, southern patrol routes, western patrol routes, and eastern patrol routes, but nothing about their courier's routes. Wait a minute, what's this? It looks like a western patrol route coming out of the western Plaguelands. This patrol will pass through here today. I'm going to need time to plan. Large Coltira. I'll feed this monster's head to the ghouls. The Saurian tosses the head into the back room. That's back there. Did Coltira make it out? I'm certain he did. Those walls can't hold him. time for some payback. The cry for vengeance must be heard, Edgerthor. Commander Plaguefist and a company of Death Knights are on their way to raise the chapel of the Crimson Flame. If there are any Death Knights imprisoned at the chapel, Plaguefist will get them out. You can still catch up to them if you hurry. The chapel is due west of here. Let's equip those. Hop on. Start in. They're only flesh and bone, no match for the Scourge. We didn't find any of our brothers. We did stumble upon something special. We got here, tore the place apart, and headed toward the prison house. We weren't expecting what we found in there. Edgerthor, it seems like the Crusade's been real busy. That whole thing is full of Argent Dawn prisoners. Most of them are already dead by the time we arrived, but a few are still breathing. I was about to go in there and execute the rest of them, but I think you should have the honors. In particular, there's a real feisty human in there that I think you'll take great pleasure in executing. There she is. Come to finish the job, have you? I'd like to stand for Edgerthor? Edgerthor? I'd recognize you. I'd recognize that face anywhere. What? What have they done to you, Edgerthor? You don't remember me? Do you? Blasted Scourge, they tried to drain you of everything that made you righteous. Force of reckoning. Every last ounce of good. Everything that made you a human. Think, Edgerthor, think back and try to remember. The hills and valleys of Elwyn, where you were born. Remember the splendor of life, brother. You were a champion of the Alliance once. This isn't you. Listen to me, Edgerthor. You must fight against the Lich King's control. He's a monster that wants to see this world, our world, in ruin. Don't let him use you to accomplish his goals. You were once a hero, and you can be again. Fight, damn you. Fight his control. What's going on in there? What's taking you so long, Edgerthor? There's no more time for me. I'm done for. Finish me off, Edgerthor. Do it, or they'll kill us both, Edgerthor. Remember Elwyn. This world is worth saving. Do it, Edgerthor. Put me out of my misery.
I need a target.
Okay. That was kind of sad. Felt good, didn't it? You're not one of them anymore, Edgerthor. You're Scourge. You're one of us forever. Return to Thessarion at the Scarlet Tavern and let him know that Clotilda's cry for vengeance has been answered. The chapel of the Crimson Flame will be a pile of ashes in a matter of hours. You're one of the cold-blooded monster, Edgerthor. I salute you, brother.
We will ravage this land.
Let's go back up here. Another Scourge victory. These Scarlet Dogs have nowhere left to run and hide. It's only a matter of time now.
Tomorrow is another day.
This quest.
Our masters will be.
We were out burning churches and murdering vermin. I was busy formulating a plan. The Scarlet Courier is scheduled to pass by the Scarlet Overlook within the hour. The roads by the Overlook are wide open and swarming with Crusaders. Use this makeshift cover to hide at the Overlook, and wait for the Scarlet Courier to pass. When he's close enough, strike with all your fury, cut him down, and take his belongings, including his clothes. The Overlook is 200 paces east of here.
Ashes to ashes.
Okay, let's go over here. Pretty sure that's more than 200 paces, but... eh. Yeah, he's up here.
I need to get closer.
Now that I actually have the next quest, I'm gonna take out the Acris Death Charger. Ride it over to the quest location. This is what the mountain looks like, by the way, in case you don't know. That we got at the beginning of the story. You don't get the mount that I have been riding on for a while. Let's say that. If you're going to miss the courier, and then you're going to miss the courier, and then I'm going to be forced to kill you. By forced, I mean I will take great pleasure in ending your life. Hurry up. The armies of Hearthland and Tirisfal will be marching into a massacre. Now for the second time of the plan, you're going to deliver this message right to the end of the Hanson. I, General Abendis. That's what the clothes are for. This message must read Abendis. We do not want to draw their suspicion. They must continue under the assumption that everything is going as they planned. You will don the Scarlet Courier's clothes and help them, with the help of some dark magic, take on the form of the courier. Abendis is the King's Harbor southeast of the Scarlet Overlook. Drop off the message and get as much information out of her as you can. She will tell us what we need to know about the Crimson Dawn. The armies of Hearthland and Tirisfal are less than a day rides away from Avalon. We ride with the light shining upon our backs, and with the wind at our heels. Soon the Scourge will have to contend with the full might of the Scarlet Crusade. Light bless you. So yes, here is what the Acris Death Charger looks like with this buff. Yeah. And then all these guys are friendly now because of the buff. I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go this way, the safe way around. That's me. Yeah.
Need help?
Where have you been? We're 2 hours late. We were about to send a courier out to the High Commander. My General Abendis reads this message. Damn it. The armies of Hearthland and Tirisfal must not reach New Avalon. The Scourge will slaughter them all. Listen well, courier. The Scarlet Lands are lost. New Avalon and Havenshire are overrun by the Scourge. The specter of death looms overhead and threatens to overtake us at any moment. Return to Galva with this message. Turn your armies around and prepare your ships to travel to the frozen wastes. The next we meet will be in Northrend. Give this to Galvan. It will explain everything. The Scarlet Crusade is no more. Long live the Scarlet Onslaught.
See you around.
Let's read this. The Path of Redemption. Just taking screenshots of everything. So you guys can pause it if you like, because this is a lot. There, that should be enough time. Okay, almost back here. Once I arrive, I will. After this quest, actually. Okay, let's turn this quest in.
Masters will be done.
What is this? Some child's coloring book? What rubbish is the Crimson Dawn? They sail to their deaths. Let us turn our focus to the encroaching armies. We must prepare for the encroaching armies such authority will take what you have discovered to High Lord Mograine at once. I will open a port directly to Akros. Step inside and I will transport you. Give High Lord Mograine Abendus' journal as well. Perhaps you'll find it useful.
There's work to be done.
No. Let's talk to Darian. You did what? You have become an instrument of doom, Death Knight. We will ravage these approaching armies and raise the dead as our own.
Ours is not a question, only to act.
The trap has been sprung, Death Knight. The armies of Hearthland and Tirisfal have arrived, just in time to see their enclave in flames. If they turn back now, they fight us with their backs turned. No, they have only one option, which has only one outcome: apocalypse. As we speak, they prepare to make one final stand. Lich King awaits you when we return, champion. He stands watch below us at Death's Breach.
The might of the Scourge will not be
I think, yeah, I'm gonna end it right after this. Let's go down here. Oh, that's a lot of people. I don't think I want to pull aggro on all of those. Oh, they just killed the Death Knight.
Lay down your arms and surrender your souls.
You have served me well, Edrithor. The mark of the Scourge has been burned into the Scarlet Lands. You have reaped death and destruction for as far as the eye can see, and delivered to me the last of the Scarlet Armies. Thanks to the ruins of Havenshire and to the burned cities of Drano. It is now time to finish what you have started.
You know what to do.
Okay, so that is where I'm going to end it for this. I will see you in the next episode. See ya.